demonstrate how to use the TI Nspire to run a paired t-test and also to get a paired t-interval. This is all based on a previous example I did based on resting pulse rates, and we were testing to see whether the new exercise decreased the resting pulse rate. So the first thing we do is we're going to open up a list and spreadsheet, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a name. In this case, I'm going to call it difference, because all these values are the differences between the before and the after pulse rates. And now I'm going to go ahead and put in the values. So I had 0, -4, -4, -1, -4, -8, -3, -2, 1, and -3. Now after I input the values, I'm going back to the home screen and I'm going to open up the calculator. From here I'm going to do the paired test first. So I go to Menu, Statistics, Stat Test. Now notice there's no button here or no option for a paired t-test. Well, we're looking for a difference, and I only have one set of values because those are the differences between the before and the after pulse rates. So I'm going to go to t-test. Now I did input data, so I'm going to use that. If I didn't and I was given stats, then I would use stats. In this case I do have data that I'm going to use. So I'm going to press OK. My mu sub 0 is the hypothesis, which was 0. I'm going to put in my list, which was difference. And then my alternative hypothesis was less than, because I wanted to know if there was a decrease. So I'm going to press OK. So you see we have the t-value of -3.5. We have the degrees of freedom of 9. We have our d-bar, which here it's going to be x-bar, d-bar, the difference, the mean difference, and it was -2.8. The standard deviation, 2.52, and I'm also given my p-value. So this is where I was getting all the information that I put in for my key information, and also when I did my t-value and my p-value. And so from here I can do my interpretation. Now to do the confidence interval, what I do is I go to Menu, I go to Statistics, and I go to confidence interval, and here I'm going to use t-interval in order to do my paired t-interval setup. So again, I'm going to use data. If I didn't have data, I would hit stats. So I do have data, so I press OK. My list was difference. I don't have to change the confidence interval because I'm using a 95. If I was using something else, then I would change that. Press OK. And then here's my confidence interval. It gives me the lower, the upper. It also gives me my margin of error. And so from this I can pull the information that I need and use it and then interpret my confidence interval. And so this is how we do a paired t-test and a paired t-interval using the TI Nspire.